I think that if we do not make this World Cup, it will be the second time
in a row.
in a row. I think that people should resign voluntarily.
Now, imagine the English national team missing out on 2 World Cups.
To
Like
row
even the cleaners in the
in the
FA
FA,
building will
yes,
be fired.
yes,
Like even the cleaners, even the guys that come to fix the Wi-Fi,
yeah.
the physiotherapists, they would be fired.
Okay. Another thing I have noticed about Nigerian football at the national team level is that there is no growth process for the players. For example, since the end of the careers of players like Jojo Okocha and Kano Nwankwo, there has been no replacement. There's no process through which we mentor younger players to take over from the current set of players we have in the Super Eagles. For example, now if you look at the English national team, for example, you'll notice that you have some 18, 19-year-old players already joining the team. You can see the process. These ones will take over from the aging players. For the Super Eagles, it's not like that. It is when Osimhen is finally done that we suddenly start shopping for a miraculous replacement from somewhere.
No,
Who replaced Okocha in the Nigerian national team after he left? We never had a player of that caliber again. Mikel Obi, Kano Nwankwo. You can go on and on. So for me, it's the system that does not help us continuously develop these players so that whenever a Victor Osimhen is not available or is not firing, we have someone else who can step in and do the job.
we ought to have local government centers for football. We ought to have a cent. We ought to have 3, 4 centers even in each local government where young players are taught the art of football. Football is something that football is a science. Football is no longer just an art. Football is a science where data can be interpreted and manipulated to get results. We have 774 local governments. If you have 4 football centers in in all local governments, that gives you more than 3,000 football centers. Are you telling me that in 3,000 football centers we cannot have 30 good players that can compete with any other teams in the world?
Even the Nigerian club sides in the Nigerian Professional Football
Of
League
course.
do not even have very functional academies.
There is no pathway to. Do you know what annoyed me? On my way to the studio last week, immediately I got down from my cab. I saw the Benin Insurance football team. They were coming from training. Officials sat down while players who just trained stood. I was irritated. Like I was watching Guardiola the other day, and he said that he loves to keep the officials away from the footballers.
Yes,
they literally go in 2 buses.
yes.
But then, why do you need so many officials in a training in a day that they have to train? And then you are taking them on the same buses. I said, Benin, you can quote me anywhere. Benin Insurance players, they stood on that bus. And I was irritated and annoyed. And this is a Division 1 team. Like, this is a first division team in Nigeria. Yeah. What's the pathway from the academy where you pick players even from primary and secondary school to teach them football over a period of 6, 7 to 10 years, and then they are skilled, and then they start playing in the Nigerian league. They have signed professional contracts. You are sure about their medical and age history.
Yeah.
You are sure about you know which player has suffered ankle or knee injuries, ACLs before.
Of course.
You know their actual age. Because we should not be covering issues. I'm very, very do you know I tried to open my calculator today? It did not open. The app did not open because it's tired of me saying Nigeria has +2, South Africa has +3, Benin Republic has +4. What will happen if an earthquake happens in an uninhabited area? It's what will happen if thunder strikes, if there is a miracle. I'm getting annoyed of it.